Good morning, everyone. This is Narada Rishi Raja with ExpeditiousFool.com, where we remove the obstacles each and every day by sticking to our DMP, that daily mindfulness practice. All right, I'm here with your Lightworkers card pull, so let's go ahead and get into it today. I'm using the Buddha Wisdom deck today. Let's see, we've got the Ecstatic Dakini, the Lion-Headed Simha Mukha. So I'll let you look at that for a second. So in Tibetan Buddhism, this is the equivalent of Durga, and she is known as the head of all of the Dakinis. And as the traditions of Buddhism and Hindu cultures, which truthfully, Buddhism is just a name that was thrown on there. Hindu was just a name that was thrown on there. It's really this universal spirituality, the science of spirituality. As it developed in these areas and different cultural connotations got on it, they mixed together, right? So not only is she the queen of all Dakinis, she is also the representative of Durga. Durga, the goddess, is another permeation of Parvati, is another permeation of Kali. She rides on a lion, right? We've got here, obviously the lion-headed, the Simha. She has a lot of the similar qualities as Narasimha, which is from the Hindu pantheon. That was the fourth avatar of Vishnu. As far as removing, right? As Durga as well. This fire here burns out things that no longer serve us. She's the Crone representation in the Trinity. So Maiden Mother Crone, or if you would look at that in the Hindu pantheon, because they have a Trinity as well, it would be on the Shiva side, right? Shakti, Kali, that side. And what that is here is it removes obstacles. So old age brings wisdom and fierce certainty is what it says. But that means when you have that fierce certainty based off of experience, then you're able to make decisions. You're also able to remove that which does not serve you. Now, sometimes that doesn't always feel comfortable. Sometimes we don't always know what that is, especially when we're on our spiritual journey, right? Our levels of perception, as the lens gets clear, we see deeper and deeper and deeper. It's the reason why we can disagree with somebody 1 year, and several years later, after we've lived enough, we've experienced enough in that area, then we're like, actually, no, that was completely right. This is the case with yoga. Everybody can have their own beliefs. They can. And when you're done with that, the science of all of those beliefs, when you want true success in your faith, when you want true success at tapping into the spiritual and maintaining that, now yoga, it's the reason why they start that, right? This right here, the Ecstatic Dakini, that is her role, is to be that accountability buddy, that energetic accountability buddy that seems to be messing some things up for you, seems to be making things challenging for you. A lot of times this can be our samskaras that come up. They want you to feel that, because when you feel that suffering, when you feel that pain, guess what? You realize that's not it. You start going in the direction of truth. That's a lot of this energy that's held. That's the reason why Shiva and Kali, they're scary, right? They're fierce, right? There's a reason why they're referred to with these words, because they will eradicate all that doesn't serve you. All that you think you are, they'll take it out, because it's not true. Unless you have no anxiety, no worries, etc., which means you are not searching anymore, right? And when you're not searching anymore, that's when you've reached this fierce certainty. When you have no suffering, no anxiety, no worries, and you're not searching anymore. Put it that way. Because if you still have anxieties, worries, frustration, like a lot of that coming on, then you may stop searching, but then you're just deluding yourself. Once you finish that, that's when this fierce certainty can come in. The reason why I can stand here and say absolute truths. And if somebody one-on-one ever wants to get into a discussion with me, I can show them exactly the reason why it's the truth, if they're receptive enough. If they're not, then I can't. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if some of the teachings that you give or some of the words that you give are more advanced than some people can understand right now. It's all right. But if they don't see it, they won't expand. It's kind of like your vocabulary, right? If you don't see the words repeatedly, those words don't exist to you. So if you don't see prima bhakti, absolute devotion, over and over again, which is not very common these days, then you don't know what it looks like. So of course, when people see things that they don't know, it might scare them. Like her. She might be scary coming at you, right? But she is working in nothing but your best interest. And she can do so, and she can eliminate things so easily for you because she has that fierce certainty that comes through experience. Just like everything that I ever say in any of my videos, any of my posts, anything in life, period, never believe what I say. Not at all. Experience it. A lot of the techniques I talk about, they're free. Now, to learn from me, yeah. Why? Because I have over 2 decades in the field, as well as I have to, make my son eat or allow my son to eat, things like this. And people don't take care of Brahmins anymore. That's why I charge for my services. If you want to learn them from me, there are fees associated, but I'd be more than happy to get you scheduled. We'll talk about those in a minute. But these are all free techniques, right? If you can find absolute faith in one of these 2 things, it will help. So you ready for it? This is what she's trying to tell you all the time. By God or by Guru. Have absolute faith in one of them, and you will be able to learn all of the free techniques. You may have to do whatever the guru says in order to go through their process. But through one of those 2 ways, it will bring you to this fierce certainty. That's it. By God or by Guru. You have to have absolute faith in one of those things. Now, if you find somebody and maybe they didn't have Guru. Okay? Do they have absolute faith? Right? They can be a teacher. If their faith is absolute, you'll know that because they won't have anxieties. They won't have worries. Oh, things will still happen in their life, but they won't have anxieties about it. They've learned how to control it. Those are the types of individuals you want to get to that level, right? So learn from them. In order to learn, especially with this type of energy, folks, though, we have to humble ourselves. We have to throw ourselves into the fires of yajna, sacrifice, and realize that we don't know even who we are, so we have to figure that out. And if somebody has a better idea, that's why, by God or by Guru. All right, everybody. That's the advice here for you today. We've got the ecstatic Dakini there in the Nataraj position. Speaking of the which, if you would like to schedule a session with me, Nataraj style asana is something that you can only get at the Babaji Bhakti Ashram. And it's something that I teach throughout my 6-month initiation program. So if you'd like to join that, that's excellent. I also have breath programs, meditation programs, japa workshops, all kinds of fun stuff like that, as well as individual sessions on each of those. So just so you know, and I do Tibetan sound healing, prana energy healing in person, and then I also offer tarot and numerology reports. I do these around the world. I do all of my teachings outside of my 2 healings, the sound healing and the energy healing. I do everything virtually around the world as well as in person, so anybody can get access to these services. It's just a matter of whether or not you make it a dedication, whether you make it a priority in your life, and whether or not you're receptive enough to actually hear the information that's being presented. But it is here for you. I'm here for you. Please reach out. I'd love to add you to my list of clients. Sorry for this long video today, but have a great day on purpose and stay mindful, everyone. Namaskaram.